Welcome to Sometimes You Have to Lose Yourself, a podcast where we explore the complexities of love, loss, and self-discovery. Join Charlie Perry and Marvin Speller when life's unexpected twists and turns come our way. It's easy to lose ourselves in the process, but what if losing ourselves is exactly what we need to find our true selves? Join us as we dive into the depths of human experience, sharing stories, insights, and conversations that will challenge, inspire, and maybe even help you find your way again. Sometimes you have to lose yourself. Let's get started.
Hey,
That was awesome. I love that.
thank you.
Yeah. Did did you make that song?
Yeah, I actually from our it's from our page, our discussion page. You just take all that and
Yeah.
kind of create it
That was awesome, man.
thank you.
Yeah.
It
Nice work.
I think it's better. What got me going was YouTube just keeps hitting us with some copyright violations,
I'm
and the
sure.
last one, that was created by the producer, and it was for us. And so I don't get it, and it names them. I disputed it over and over. I mean, look how long we've been doing it, and I do it every single week. So
Hmm.
what I just said, you know what, we're gonna just do our own original thing and go from there. And but yeah, that's try to surprise you, but I forgot I posted it somewhere. I said, oh shit. I mean, oh
I
shoot.
really like that
Yeah, I said, Marvin might have
because
seen
it's catchy. It's got a nice flow to it. I mean,
it.
it's yeah. I really like it.
Yeah, thank you. Um, and if you don't like it, you just let me know. We
No,
can.
I'm a simple dude, man.
Yeah,
Can you hear me fine?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
loud and clear.
Cool. Okay.
We got Michael saying hello to us on YouTube. What's up, Michael?
Let me pop these.
He's
Up.
Michael's doing a lot of things there, Marvin.
Yep.
Michael is moving and grooving, man. He's just
What's up, my brother,
yeah,
Michael?
yeah, yeah, he's doing all right. So um we're gonna have you take the lead up today, man. Just take the lead and I'll kind of go
Well, you
with the
had some
flow.
things we were talking about. You wanted to chat about, so I'll let you
All
kind of
right.
we can go from there.
Let's
Absolutely.
see. I basically just just truly wanted to talk about a few things and refresh me. It was two things we talked about. Was one with oh my God, Marvin, I'm drawing a
You was
blank here.
telling me about you was telling me about, and I'm gonna post this on Facebook too. You would tell me about this lady who buried two of her children, right?
Yeah, well, several, more than half.
Oh wow, 1.5.
Yeah,
Okay. We would talk about that, and we would talk about the relatability factor. I guess when it comes to why I'm doing what I'm doing,
yeah.
and
All right.
just the meaning behind that. I think I'll expand more on that um, when I
Okay.
post it. If you
Yeah.
want to go into that, does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
Sorry, I just
it's okay.
brain freeze, brain fried, whatever you want to call it, something.
Well, you're gonna have
Um,
some brain freezes soon. Probably about you guys get frost in about a month and a half.
yeah, it's you
Yeah, I
could,
mean we are October.
yeah, it's coming because every morning we're waking up to
Mhm.
fog,
Right.
and it's usually a sign of the moisture's in the air, and then the moisture's gonna freeze, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I get around pretty good, when it comes to the weather. But I just don't like the ice. That's the main thing that bothers me is the ice on the ground.
Yeah, I can deal with snow, but ice is no joke. Even when I lived down south, the ice is what got me.
Mhm,
Because,
mhm.
you honestly, when you have potential ice, you honestly can't drive at night
Yeah,
because you hit some black ice, you got problems, man.
yeah, and you
And,
can. There's no
mhm,
way of seeing it, no way of
yeah,
getting a warning,
yeah. And the
and
worst thing that can ever happen to you is that, have you ever been in an accident and you can't drive your car and there's snow on the ground? I mean, it's gonna get cold in your car in no time.
yeah,
I
exactly.
went through that and that was no joke.
Yeah,
Um, matter of fact, I hit some ice and it was about a foot of snow outside.
mhm,
I slammed right into the back of somebody. So, um, glad I got home that night, to be honest.
yeah. Glad everyone got home. You
Yeah,
know, the when you can't control that car that weighs over a ton and you just
man.
can't control it, it's gonna
Yeah.
hit something. It's gonna
Yep.
stop somewhere,
Hmm.
and you just hope it doesn't mess up someone's life or your life or anything. So,
Yep.
but I want to say hi to Jack and Katrina, the the human veterinarian, vegetarian. I said veterinarian.
It's a veterinary. Okay.
uh, my girl, vegetarian. She is doing her thing. I got to get her back on, man. She's creating some more another book, so I definitely got to get her back on, and so we
It's
can
great.
talk about. She's
Cool.
traveling, she's doing a few things, and
Okay.
and
Hey,
enjoying.
Katrina, way to be a
Yeah,
veterinarian. I mean,
yeah, vegetarian. That's
yeah,
what it is.
vegetarian. Okay.
I messed it
I got.
all up.
I've wanted some vegetables today. I wanted some a Greek salad. That's what I wanted today. I think I'm gonna get it afterwards.
Yeah, I was thinking of some Chinese vegetables, and it's not always good for you, but you know,
No, definitely not.
yeah, but it was that taste on this. It was there. Is already in my mouth, man. I
Wow.
was already 10. So she's turning 50. There's no way she's
Way to
50.
go. 50 is a great number. Um, yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
happy early birthday.
yeah.
I'm
Happy
sure it'll be
birthday.
fantastic.
I can't wait to post something, Katrina, that got a crazy picture, right? Or they're smoking a cigar. It was just crazy picture. One of my favorite pictures of her, and she's uh she's good.
It's great.
Um, so Jack says he loves feta cheese. I mean,
Yeah,
we're off
feta cheese
subject,
is
but
good.
it is a conversation, right?
Yeah, feta cheese is good. Um, you know, um, I'm gonna get right into kind of what we're talking about. I would say
Okay.
the second topic. Writing this book, it meant many different things, right? Um,
Hmm.
it was kind of a release because it's the thing I've been talking to so many people lately. When you go through that level of trauma in your body, you have to find somewhere to release it,
Yes.
or your body stays in the sympathetic nervous system, and you're going to have a lot of problems. And being that your mind is like a runaway train. I mean, you're gonna have problems dealing with that. So your body is starting to break down, and then your mind's going all over the place. So being able to release this was great because it was really. And I talked to someone lately who's a therapist, and me and her we were talking. There was this person who went through just losing their partner,
Hmm.
and they didn't want any type of help. And we both were like, we almost said at the same time, well, what's going to happen? And make no mistake, I'm no expert. What's going to happen is you at some point you're going to reach for anything to feel better just because your body's going through that cycle where it's when you're in fight or flight, it's damaging to your body, but there's some parts of you that'll try to break out of it
Hmm.
and try to just feel better. Some people turn into the not so pleasant things, drugs, alcohol, um, you know, many sexual exploits. I mean, all sorts of things in order to feel better. And, when I was going through this, yeah, it was a lot I was feeling crappy about, but I actually started feeling a little bit better just relying back on the things that I knew, the things I was learning, and the people I was connecting with. I got to tell you, when I think about writing a book, I think about I have immersed myself in different types of tribes. And I remember someone telling me this a while ago. You have not met all the people that love you.
Hmm.
And so sometimes when you open yourself up, be a little bit more open minded, you'd be amazed the type of adventures you can go through. Last weekend, I was at a widow and widowers. Um, we had a meeting down in San Diego. It was a wonderful ride. It rained in Southern California a couple of days before I went down there, and the sky was clear. It was just absolutely beautiful. And I had an opportunity to meet. There was about 30 of them, and you're around people who went through similar circumstances, and everybody's just trying to maneuver through it and they understand collectively that you don't really get over somebody. You bring them kind of with you on your next journey in your heart.
Hmm.
So it was great to connect with these people. These people are my new tribe. And I had a lot of love for them. Clearly, they showed a lot of love to me, or I wouldn't have gone. But it's great. I mean, by writing this book and connecting with different people, there's so many doors that's opening for me. And you're going through different chapters in life. You'd be amazed with what happens, and you start to do your intentional work along the way, and it really helps. And we'll go through that probably soon. Kind of some things that I've discovered along the way as you're going through this next chapter in life. So. Um, yeah, so that was, this has allowed me to connect with many people, and I set that intention out that millions served,
Hmm.
and I don't know how that's going to unfold, but I do know I've been meeting some great people. I told you about a week before I went to there was a concert at this church in LA that has the most amount of organs of any church in America.
Hmm.
The place was massive. And you know what was interesting? I met the person who was having it. I don't know if you met her. Did you meet Sangita?
That name sounds familiar, but I don't.
Okay, she had it, and I happened to run into her the night before because I met this amazing woman. Her and her husband. Her name is Mist. She's going for Grammy consideration
Hmm.
this year, and she
Congratulations.
personally invited me out. I mean, such an amazing couple. And I saw Sangita. She's like, "Hey, I'm having this event. Want you to come? I want you to come to the VIP thing in the beginning." I said, "Okay, great." So I went, saw some people I haven't seen in a while, and then I went inside, and we had to sit near the front.
Yeah.
And I sat over to the right for some odd reason, and I was sitting next to this guy named Greyhawk. Um, I think I don't know if he's a Grammy contender this year, but he's been in the music industry for quite some time.
Hmm.
Um, I'm sitting next to him, and he actually sent me a grief book early on when I was going through
Wow.
transition last couple years. He looked at me and asked me. I said, "This is a nice place," and he said to me, and I didn't even put two and two together yet. He said to me, he said, "Have you been here before?" I said, "You know what? Feels like I have. Maybe I have. I don't know." Then I started thinking about it more. I was like, "You know what? Wow, I have." And I asked someone else, and that was the same place where Kristen won her song "Phoenix Rising Up." She won the Global Peace
Hmm.
Award. And guess what? I was sitting almost in the same exact seat that I sat. What it was like 6 years prior,
Wow.
6, 7 years prior, man. So I will always say, and I'll say it again, there is no coincidences in this world. There's so many things that unfold for things to happen. I mean, you think about it. I'll give you one. You and I met years ago, and that meeting and that connection brought us to getting on and talk about things that other people can use, or things that can help them.
Yeah.
Things just don't happen, they unfold a certain way, and that could be good or bad for us, how
Hmm.
things unfold. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, man.
Yeah. It's I can't think of the word, but it's uh, well, anyways. So as you're walking in the building, right, and you're probably looking straight ahead
Hmm.
or to the left, what brings you to go to the right? Was it you just turned or
I don't
something?
know, just sometimes you walk down and you just something tug you to the right or left. I felt like something tugged me to the right,
Yeah.
and which is cool. And it just went over there, and I was just going to sit down and enjoy. And you're getting all these things coming at you, right? And you're like,
Hmm.
wow. You know, I read something recently, and I'm really big into quantum physics. Do you know
Yeah.
much about that?
Not at all.
I only know a little bit, things I've learned along the way.
Hmm.
I've done some studying in NLP. I shared it with you, and I put some of that in the book, neuro linguistic programming. There's actually a kind of a science around certain things, and um, this is something I really believe. And I think you put Ronald up there. Hey, Ronald, how you doing?
Yeah, a good friend
Send
of
it right
mine.
back to you, my brother.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Great humanitarian. Definitely is always doing something for the better of some other individuals. He's just a good dude.
Well,
Sorry to cut you off.
no, I mean, kudos. I love to hear that. That's kind of what I was talking about, where I love the fact that connecting with so many people, meeting so many different people. And I think when you think about writing a book, there's so many wonderful outcomes from this. And you put that intention out there, millions served. Well, part of millions served is you get to connect with millions of people. And
Hmm.
I just love this because there's so many possibilities for meeting different people. And so this is the stuff that gets me so excited every day. And I think about how grateful I am to be able to have had an opportunity to come out with a book and then just talk about it. I want to talk about this thing. There's just so much I have more to talk about it. When I had an opportunity to talk to Claudia, she said, I get the strange feeling there was way more to this book. I said, yeah, this book could have been 400 or 500 pages, but
Hmm.
I'd rather have a conversation starter with this and then get the book out and then just talk to people about it because I love being around people. I get so much energy and vibe just connecting and talking to people because I feel like if anything, those are really big learning moments, right? Because you get to learn from people. You get to learn how people do things and what
Hmm.
works and the connectivity because in some ways us being separate is an illusion. And so to be able to do that, you realize so many things and so many things open up when you can connect with people.
Yeah, it's the just think of the gentleman that sat next to you when you went to the right.
Hmm.
And is that the same individual that gave you the book on grief?
Yes.
Okay, so um, I'm wondering, did he recognize you, or he just sat there also?
No, I saw him outside. I
Okay,
saw a
all
bunch
right,
of people I knew outside before I came in.
all right. Just
Um,
just wondering about that
yeah,
connection, with the book and you going to the right, him being there right by your side, and um, I just like that spiritual type stuff. To me, it's spiritual, and I like that when it all comes together, and you
it
know,
always does one way or another.
yeah,
And Yeah, and I had an opportunity, and I shared this with you too. That I probably signed over 20 some books the past week and a half.
Mm, nice.
So and I feel like each day the momentum's picking up.
Mm, mm,
One of the things we talked about yesterday was the reality of all this is that there is certain things in life, and it's inevitable that you are going to lose someone close to you.
yeah.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And you come on and talk, you and I talk about this opportunity for people can have the tools that help them along the way. I mean, one of the main reasons why I wrote the book is being a memoir and tools, and then the after the effect, right? But
Yeah.
it's an opportunity to help and support people because, man, it doesn't get any easier. I mean, it's like the doctor said last week. Um, Sometimes with going through this and to support other people, sometimes you can provide your presence and all this. But one of the things I share, it doesn't get any easier. Sometimes, sometimes grief is just love with nowhere to go until you can steer it and guide it. Because
Mm.
you get to do grief how you want to do it, not because of the way society is subscribed. Well, you're supposed to do it this way, because a lot of times it doesn't work.
Do
And
you,
I think
do
people collectively are kind of hard headed enough, even if there was a certain way to do it, they would still like to do it their own way. And there's nothing wrong with that.
do you think um do you think an individual can ignore grief?
No, it's kind of what I was sharing that story before. Yeah, you can do what you want. You can ignore it, and you can subscribe to what a lot of people say. It's like, get over that person. Society really tries hard. But I always wondered if that was put out there, then why everywhere you go, you find a street name after somebody, a statue. I can go on and on and on, right?
Hmm.
Somebody didn't get over somebody. Somebody wanted to do something about it, right?
Exactly.
And so I think whatever someone wants to do is totally up. If they want to sit every day and put that type of energy and effort towards just forgetting about it and all that, just then from what I've seen, it could cause problems for you. There's a reason why they came up with that term widowhood effect.
Hmm.
Um, this is why you see so many people who are going through massive grief. They don't make it. So that you can if you want, but there's always a cause and effect for everything we do. There is a cause and effect, brother. That's no doubt about that. That's just how this universe is wired, cause and effect. Or that's what we're most conscious of, cause and effect.
Yeah. It's the well, first off, everyone, I did put the link in the comment section for Marvin's book, and feel free to take advantage of the good book, a good price, and this man's good nature to put his story out there. And it's very, very important that you know, if you're going through grief, that you're not alone. And and which leads to my next question with you, Coach,
Mm-hmm.
is um can your tribe that you talk about, are they, I mean, you're a life coach, but are they part of your life coach? Are they your life coach for you? Or are you guys life coaches for each other?
Um,
And a small percentage
I
because
think there's a
they're,
space there.
yeah.
I didn't really. So I was a part of different widows groups.
Hmm.
This one really embraced that. Hey, I'm an author, putting out a book. It was cool. There was no like side eyes from people. People looking
Yep.
at you kind of crazy. Um, Other groups I was in, they they kind of dismissed it.
Hmm.
And if anything, I'm thinking, you know, I think sometimes an important thing is to be of service to people.
Yeah.
Um, so that's what I am trying to connect with people on. I'm not there. A lot of people with the mindset in these widower groups is like, they want to go there and meet somebody. And I think I shared with you before what I'm chasing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
chasing?
What are you chasing?
Excellence.
Mm-hmm.
This is my chapter right now.
Yeah.
All things come from that. So that's my mindset. And excellence could be as simple as trying to be excellent at just being a better person to anybody I meet on the streets. It could
Mm-hmm.
be like one of the things I try to do often is spread love to people, man. That's a form of excellence, right?
Yes.
That could be like I get cut off in this LA traffic. I'm not cursing somebody out. I mean, it could
Mm-hmm.
be excellence is many different things. Trying to elevate myself and doing these things and help people out, man. I mean, that's my mindset. And maybe people don't stumble my way, but I have a chance to stumble their way. It's
Right.
really that's my mindset right now, and so I'm grateful for this group because I get to be me. When I went down there, um, I took my book with me,
Right.
and I was talking to someone about it. Somebody wanted to flip through it and talk about it. There was this lady who got my book. She wanted to meet me so we can talk. So, having that whole experience. I mean, can you imagine that, man? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
my goodness, man. And I'm not trying to be so giddy on air, but I mean, you get to be an author and you get to go out here and meet people and talk about the book, and hopefully you make an impression on them that's going to help them. I mean, my goodness, man. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah. I
I'm
agree.
not I'm not writing a book about knives and how to sharpen them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing a book about, and some people would classify as self-help and something to make a difference in people, right? Provide value. I mean, you get asked the question every day. You walk out the door on Monday, and by the time Sunday hits, what kind of impact have you made?
Yeah.
I mean, and some people probably say, well, I fed my children.
Mm-hmm.
Great, right?
Yeah.
Something. But what kind of impact? Those are things that run through my mind, brother. It's like, and it's funny. And Charlie, do this for a couple days, man, and let me know on Friday. When you
Okay.
go out here tomorrow, we have this automatic response in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
Smile at different people that you even probably never met before
Yeah.
and watch what happens. What do you think happens?
Most times, smile back.
Exactly, man.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a difference. That could be somebody who's about to jump off a bridge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm really embracing this thing, this wellness thing, man. I feel like it's such a part of my being, and there's no stopping this, man. I feel like, you know, sometimes you just live as if, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that brings that collapse time space reality
Yeah.
when you start to go to this point of living as if. And I've said it enough times along the way. Instead of saying to myself, "You suck," I said
Mm-hmm.
to myself, all things gonna work out for me, right? You start believing that more and more, but that takes a lot of work, man, and that's okay. What you do in your own self-talk or things I would say reframe, they benefit you, man.
Yeah.
And that's most important. I mean, you can make this as simple as possible. I hope I answer your question.
Yeah. You did. Yep.
Things that work better for you is how you feel. If you feel crappy, you are truly out of alignment.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel better, you're in alignment, and you get to be able to create from that space. Um, Good and bad have a hard time occupying the same space at one time.
Yeah. It makes sense. Like
Some people
water.
say
Yeah.
primal primal thoughts or positive thoughts, right? They can't operate at the same time.
Mm.
And you build from positive thoughts, positive feelings, and all other stuff. You come up with solutions from there. And here's the thing: you're gonna have things that piss you off all the time, right?
Yeah.
And it behooves you to get back to the point where you're just feeling a little bit better at some point along that trajectory, right?
I
And
agree.
that's not to say you walk around happy go lucky, but I'm saying sometimes it's just that feeling we have that makes all the difference, right?
Yeah, it does. And just think if you had, in my case, if you've seen nothing but grumpy police officers, and by the way,
Without the donuts, right?
yep. Just think of it. If you just everywhere you went, that's what you seen, um, and it's enough to just kind of it'll break up your perception of them. Maybe it was good, and it turns to be bad, and it may be that police are mentoring someone, and all they see is some angry faces on people, and they're happy-go-lucky person. Is this the thing I want to do?
Right.
And I try to tell people is that don't let what you see out there, being negative or positive,
Mm-hmm.
stop you from where you want to go.
Yeah. So
And
true,
if
bro.
if that's something you want to do, then go ahead and do it. You can be in that place, and guess what? Just one person can make a difference, and I've seen that in my 30 years in law enforcement. That one person can make a difference in
Absolutely.
in 1,000 people's lives, just by being who you are,
Yeah.
and being good and bad. So
That's true.
and so
You got some new folks here, or some people first time commenting I've never seen.
Christy is
Evelyn Christie.
yeah, we know her as Christy, and she
Christie.
used to come on
Okay.
the fentanyl facts and stories, and she
Oh
was
wow.
always commenting, and now she's here and doing great things. That was another you know supporter that had a birthday not too long ago, and so happy
Wow, lots of
birthday,
birthdays. That's great. Happy
yeah, on the
birthday.
air, and Christy, if you didn't get the book already, the link is in the comment section right above your comment, and that's Marvin's book, and I think that if you have time, I know you read, just go ahead and check out the book.
Thanks for
And
the Charlie.
like no, like Marvin said that eventually we do lose people, and
No, it's inevitable.
yeah,
In
yeah,
some ways, it's kind of a like last weekend. It was a bond. I probably would have never met any of those folks there.
hmm, yeah,
Yeah, I probably would have never. Or if I saw them in the streets, I probably wouldn't have talked to them.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, it's an opportunity to connect with like-minded people who have gone through similar things.
yeah,
And the reality is, with all this, we are far more similar than we are different. That's anybody. We're
yeah,
far more similar. And you see all the time, there's always this thing that appears that divides us, right?
hmm,
And it's in some ways it's gotten worse, right? I still feel it's a social experiment. And I've always felt that because I've seen too many things throughout my lifetime. Um, but when you can connect with people, hey, what makes you tick? Or just sometimes the presence and space to be around people can make all the difference, right?
true.
Um, yeah. Um, but yeah, this is exciting. You got Christy, you got Ronald, you got Katrina.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, Christy asked if I can send a link through Messenger, and I will do that right now.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah,
It's on Barnes and Noble too.
yeah. I'll charge you later.
I sent a message to my publisher today because I want all the links because it's going to be in about probably 50 channels,
Mm.
but I want them all. And I have a Linktree account. I'm setting that up. I'm gonna have everything there, and then that way I can share it weekly with you and share it on social media.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be great because and create a Q&R code for your Linktree site. I know that's
yeah,
possible.
I want to click the easy button for everybody, and then there are people who have asked for guided meditations and other things I can just house there.
Hmm.
Um, really, my mindset is this wellness thing for people. So there's so much with that wellness that you can do, right? Um, I had a thing where remember we talked about a whole year mental health.
Hmm.
So I had this thing years ago where I had a center, and this center was all about helping people go from here to there.
No
And
matter
so
what.
helping people go from here to there.
Yeah, but no matter what the circumstances, when you say here to there,
Yeah, yeah, it could be
uh,
many different things, right? It could be a resource center, it could be a place where somebody can get something to eat. Um, it could be all sorts of things. People need help with housing. I mean, all sorts of things, right? You can do those things, right? It makes a difference, right?
yes,
Chasing excellence and putting a dent in the universe is my mindset, man. I don't. I probably don't go a waking moment without thinking about that.
mm,
Um, I don't know how it's going to unfold, but I'm excited about it, man. And um, yeah, I think about that. I think about growing up. I share it with you. My grandmother, who was home while my grandfather was out working,
hmm,
not only did she raise children, but a lot of people would drop their children over. My grandmother would watch them. Of course, she'd feed them because she was the best cook I've ever had been around. I mean, seriously, best cook.
nice.
Um, and I looked at her, and she was always making cakes and stuff for church.
Hmm.
I always look at that as like, man, that's of service, man.
Yeah.
So I saw that growing up. I didn't know what it meant. I just felt like there's more people to play with, right?
Hmm.
So I loved that part, right? And I was getting fed too. So, I kind of looked at it as that. But, and then, my mom was a nurse for over 55 years. So, I mean, my goodness, man, I saw that growing up
Yeah.
of service, man. And so it stays ahead. I think I shared a story with you. I know it's in the book where when I met Kristen, I didn't know her story, man.
Mm.
I didn't know her story when we went out to dinner. I was just like, seemed like a great person. Let me get to know. I was only gonna be in town for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Invited her for drinks. She don't drink. You know her favorite. You remember her favorite drink was?
Yeah. The Shirley Temple that you told
Shirley
me,
Temple,
right?
brother.
Yeah.
And so I was like, cool, we can go to coffee. So we went to coffee and it was like, we looked at each other like, are you hungry? So we ran across the street to this Argentina restaurant. And we're having a great time. Food was amazing. And we're talking about it, and we're like, okay, I'm telling her things I do and tell her what I was trying to do. I was trying to open a battered women's shelter
Yeah.
in North Carolina. And her jaw dropped. I didn't know that she was somebody that had gone through domestic violence. And we stayed in that place of trying to be of service. Um, while she was going through her therapy out here in California, we were meeting people. We decided to do this thing called Glam Up. Glam Up was bringing women into our house, feed them, you know, terms of endearment for them.
Hmm.
And some makeup artists will come in, make them feel beautiful, right? Or help contribute to that, right?
Yes.
And we did that for years, man. The Glam Up program.
It's
All the way to, I created a Man Up program. I think I told you about that, where we went to like a halfway house and was trying to help the men. But um, yeah, that's to go find the people is not always the easiest, and
no.
it can be mentally challenging until you kind of reframe your mind.
I like that whole idea about glam up. You know, um, just think of just all the things that when you're glamming up a person, whether it's a female, woman, um, and when she's done and she feels a certain way, but there's no doubt about it, it's positive. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and as far as a man, just think of a man, getting a haircut, shave, whatever it may be.
Hmm.
Um, and then the next person that sees him and says, "Hey, you look wonderful. What happened? What's going on?" And it was just a simple haircut and shave.
Yeah, it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And I share with you, I'm a big proponent. Um, you can do those things and make all the difference because I think these things can continue to work to keep the world at a place of peace.
Yes.
And when someone's feeling that level of beauty and joy and love, they can spread that to others, which I personally feel is incredibly important. Because there's a lot of things you see this day and time that don't really always project that, especially when it comes to the dynamic of men and women, all the stuff you hear all the time. Just like when you talk about the police officers, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of generalizations out here that people really start to believe, and it's a little scary. Some of it's true, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it's probably not true.
I agree.
So, I think if people can see and open themselves up to possibilities, right, you won't fall victim to generalizations, right? Like if you had met somebody and they're constantly telling you bad things about them, right?
Hmm.
What has a greater chance of happening? When you meet that person, you're going to have a certain thing about them, right?
Yeah.
This is really, in a lot of ways, how generalizations work, right? You know, except if it's on the other direction, it could be like, well, this person's this and that, and something
Hmm.
from a positive perspective, right? It could be something different you feel for that person. Could be a lot of love, right?
Exactly. Um, the yesterday we it was it was a citywide election
Mm,
for the city council, and so um, but there's one thing that um, every poll, every election poll, um, or area, there's a police officer. So I approached each of them that end up seeing three of them, and I talked to them about, hey, you know, pension's not enough. You should invest some money, 50 to $100 if you're not doing it already.
right,
Um, and the craziest thing is that I say that because that I passed that on because of my mistakes, and
right.
not putting enough money away every year throughout my career, every week throughout my career.
Hmm.
And the craziest thing is that the officers were 6 years all the way down to just a few days on the job.
Oh wow, man.
And
So you had that conversation with him?
yeah, yeah, and I
Man,
was
that's awesome, man. See,
yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, but this is what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Start at Monday and end on Sunday. Take an inventory. How have you make a difference? How have you made a difference?
Yeah.
And it could be something simple, right? You smiled
Hmm.
at a couple people and they smiled back.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Imagine that. And that's great you did that, Charlie.
Hmm. It felt good. And I ended up meeting three people that I didn't meet, and my routine over the years was, if I see someone, on a police detail or in a cruiser, I wave. It got to the point where I didn't know anybody now,
Hmm.
after 7 years, and
Wow.
um, so now I'm trying to rekindle some of those, or just start up some relationships with some people,
That's great.
and where they look at me because, um, things change. People perceive, as where they can perceive you as a manager and director at preschool and Potter corporations. As the years go by, they end up perceiving you as something else, like an
Hmm.
author, and those things change.
Yeah, those things change. Hey, yeah, I love to hear it because a lot of people, especially here in LA, are seeing me as an author.
Hmm.
And thank you for mentioning that. I went to one of my old schools last week too,
Yeah.
which was great, very filling week. And I went
Hmm.
to, and I had an opportunity to sign some books for them and
Great
just talk
pictures,
about
man.
the book, man, and
Awesome pictures.
just connecting with them. And they're seeing this version of me that they saw me as the big fella, right?
Hmm.
Because I was the boss, right?
Yeah.
They're seeing me, and I wanted people to see me as different because this is not the facade of a district manager.
Yeah.
This is not the facade of someone that's managing hundreds of people. This
Hmm.
is this is this is me. This is the side I want people to see.
Yeah.
I want people to see this side and fall in love with this side, man. And I
Mm.
also another thing
I
too
like that.
for my week
I like
was
that.
after my meeting on Saturday with the group, I met one of my old peers, one of my old colleagues. Um, she's still running a territory down by San Diego. So I
Hmm.
met up with her too, signed a book too. I almost forgot about that. So, um, yeah. So it was very fulfilling and just I don't know, you connect with somebody about something different, right?
Yeah.
Or a different way you are. So just beautiful, man. Just
I
beautiful to
mean,
be around, talk, meet people. I mean, look at this, man. I met three new people right here today.
hmm,
Katrina, Ronald, Evelyn, Jack. I met you before.
yeah.
Glad to see you again. So and always Michael. Michael's the
Hmm.
most amazing guy.
Hmm.
He's got a book coming out soon, so I hope everybody can support him as well. Uh,
I agree. I second all that.
I
It's
mean, he's
gonna be.
always here supporting us, man. I hope I hope he reach millions as well, because that's the goal. And I think,
Yeah. It's. I think it's. Believe it or not, during his journey, from the initial part to where it's at now, and 2026 should definitely be his launch. And but during that process, I think he's been reaching numbers, extreme numbers, and
it's great.
just based on the conversation, just based on the brainstorm of what he's doing, and 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 I think that it also, he's created some smiles because he ended up bringing some stories out that people just forgot about, and he's like,
Oh
and then
yeah,
they have a deeper conversation, so
yeah. That's what I'm
um
talking about. The sometimes I think about the book as just a starter conversation for people, but it's not the depth
yeah.
of what it is. But thank you, Christy. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, I Christy, once you start reading and getting into it, you know, I know you will express your opinion and what you got from the book. It's real important that you actually give a review um about the book on Amazon or wherever you purchased it. But you know me, Christy, I'm always trying to get you on this podcast so you can tell a story, and I
Yeah, I'd love to
truly,
get anybody.
yeah, yeah, I truly,
I've got a guest for not next week, the following week.
oh,
Um,
cool,
yeah,
nice,
so I got some folks that's going to be coming on.
yeah,
Um,
that's great, that's
yeah,
great,
and I don't know, this feels like therapy to me to get on and talk and just build with people, build with you, and tell anybody that just this is an opportunity for people to kind of connect and talk where they're at. because
Mm.
we all learn from each other.
Yeah, I'd like to. I can't wait for that. On the earlier podcast, chopping it up at Honeydew, we had a fabulous guest who's running for one of the ward councilors, and happens to be in my neighborhood. So that was a great conversation, and I always learned from the podcast. Every single one, every single podcast that I've been involved in, I've always learned something. And but in 2 weeks, I can't wait to learn from the your guests that are coming on, and it's real. Man, as it, are you supposed to get something positive out of a pandemic? And I did. It's podcasting, and
Hmm. Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I lost some friends, but the tragedy is that I did lost many friends, and but you know, I would just that year it gave me these podcasting tools, and I'm very very happy.
Or you mastered it too. So
Yeah,
kudos, my brother.
thank you.
Um, I'm gonna
Christy,
put I'm gonna put that podcast link on my link tree as well. I'll
okay.
get with you how to do that. Christy, you will have an emotional moment going through the first part, and then it loosens up,
Hmm.
and it loosens up and wraps you in hope, some level of being okay wherever you are, reading through it. But it's raw, and it's gritty, and that's how what I set out to be. Because to share this, I didn't want to tiptoe around the tulips,
Hmm.
because it's not a tiptoe around the tulips kind of moment. It's a raw, gritty moment that broke me, and rebuilding it piece by piece. I wanted to let people inside my head, because I want people to have it's okay to share your feelings, and I wanted to inspire more men as well to kind of talk about it, because society all doesn't always look down on men that are broken and going through that. So I was like, you know what? The greater part of me probably wanted to do it, but the surface me didn't want to share, because I didn't.
Hmm.
I was thinking in my mind, who's going to judge me from this? But
Yeah.
at some point, I didn't care.
Hmm.
I knew that I'll continue to impact and meet those. I'll lean into finding those worldwide who are going through something similar, and I can hold the presence and just wrap them in love. One thing I talked about, it isn't just about losing a spouse. It could be losing anything. It could be losing a job, a house, anything. Just going
Hmm.
through the whole thing of loss. So
Yep. I'm glad you mentioned that because people pigeonhole the word grief, and not knowing that it's a whole lot bigger than that we think about. And
way big. That's why I put the title "Unpacking Grief."
yeah, yep, and 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 truly, when do you ever stop unpacking it? It's
Never.
never, and
That's why I say shattered to onward.
yeah, yeah. Um, I every time I'm writing, I always mention sprinkles of love, sprinkles of hate, sprinkles of um, yearning. I always mention something more or less on those lines, those different things. And life is full of sprinkles, and,
Hmm.
and they're all over the place. And so there's no way of gathering all that. You can't
Yep.
gather it. You just gotta gather what you can, and keep pushing forward, or doing that self-care, and as you gather those things, those sprinkles of love and sprinkles of grief, sprinkles of everything. Uh Christy says yes, you got to spread the love. um yeah, it's
We
it's
have.
very important.
I feel
um
we have two purposes in life. One is the expansion from our experiences,
Mm-hmm.
which we kind of fall into that through certain things. One things we expand from is going through some level of tragedies in our life, because you are going to go through that. I really feel a lot of that is because you expand from your tragedies. Also, man, we're wired to give love and receive love.
Mm.
We think about sometimes when we remove all the other stuff, that's what's left. Um, is love, and then we give and receive, which is absolutely wonderful,
Yeah.
right? We gotta get your wife on here one day so we can play 20 questions of the love you guys have. I mean, how many years has it been, Charlie?
Whoa.
Hope you haven't forgotten.
Oh yeah, of course I forgot. Let's see. I can say 35,
That's
33,
that's
33.
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing, Charlie. I mean, my goodness, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
33.
that's
It's
so happy for y'all, man. I love to hear that, man.
yeah, it's been a great journey and uh a great journey and we can also define that great inside that great journey was good, bad and ugly.
Mm,
But it still lasted 33 years
yeah,
and still going. And
still going, brother.
that's it. I uh I joke around all the time and I tell everybody when my wife kicks me out, um I'm gonna marry my mother-in-law, and then I would be Michelle's stepfather.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
There
I'll pay her back, But
you
that's
go.
all. It's all jokes, and I
How
just
many laughs you get today, brother?
uh, let's see. I got a few, especially on the earlier podcast, man. And we were laughing, joking around, and it's one thing to co-host there, Chops Turner, and actually the business owner Walter Manise. We are kind of like those those neighborhood buddies together, and there's
So cool.
nothing we don't nothing's filtered. We just go at each other and laugh about it and joke and so that's the one thing is having good company and I usually have good company in my podcast, including you and the guests that we have and on those podcasts, it starts, we just start laughing. And Chops has that unique laugh. He's a vocalist, a singer, and then he has that deep laugh, and it's and Walter's a target, because he's a very giving man, business owner.
Right.
He's always giving what he does in life and what he earns in life. He's always trying to give it back to someone else, and
I love to hear that, man.
yeah, and
I
so
mean, honestly, that's
I mean he gives us, we get two tables and there's several chairs that could be occupied by his customers, and he's got us doing a podcast every Wednesday in his business,
that's great.
and he thanks me every week. We have fun with it, and uh,
What does he
but
sell there?
just honeydew donuts and sandwiches and um different treats, and I like going there. I like being there. It's a good environment, and I
Hmm,
mean when you do come back. We are definitely going to go there, and hopefully it's in the early morning, so you can get to meet him. You'll get to meet him anyways because anything I do, and especially when it comes to meeting and greeting you and whatever you're doing when you come back, um, I let my friends know like Walter and Chops and say, hey, good event or good friends coming into town. Let's go check them out and meet up with them, and
I can't wait.
yeah,
I really can't wait. It's gonna be
yeah,
a lot of it's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah, of course.
I miss being just. I would tell people all the time. I love East Coast people,
Mm,
mainly because I'm from the East Coast. But man,
yeah.
I love East Coast people. There is a camaraderie amongst them.
Yeah, I agree. Um,
I mean, the
talk.
West Coast, I bet some great people like this
Yeah,
weekend, but it's a little something different, you know?
yeah. I think something about the West Coast is that people are just on the move all the time.
They have to be.
Yeah, and
It's like a water.
yeah,
You don't tread it, what happens?
yeah.
You go
It's
under, right?
hmm
People heads down and keep moving.
yeah. There's actually someone that I want to speak to in law enforcement in the LAPD. My cousin is there. He's actually an officer, but there's someone that was local from my hometown, and he's doing pretty well out there. So I think I'm gonna end up setting something up where I have him on my podcast
That'd be nice.
and talk about a few things because I don't believe I didn't highlight him yet. It just slipped my mind, and especially I didn't know, until this week. So I like highlighting people and give them their flowers while they're standing, and
That's how it should be.
yeah. So
At least.
yeah, the
Um,
uh, how many guests are you gonna have in 2 weeks? What are we gonna do? What's the plan?
I think the plan will come more to fruition.
Yeah.
Maybe by end of the week.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Um. All right. Just thinking ahead of the game.
Um.
The
Oh, can you do me a favor? Can you put on the screen the name of the doctor from last week?
Oh yeah. Let me get that. Wait. I might still
Please.
have it. Might still have it on my. I didn't delete it. All right. Let me look for it. Go ahead, Marvin. Just talk it up, and I'll grab
Okay.
that for you.
Cool. So yeah, I've got a busy week this week. I've got some more books to sign. Um, I got some people I need to chase down for reviews.
Mm,
Uh, as an author, reviews are everything.
yeah.
I can get to 100 reviews by the end of the year. I'll be That'll be a really nice sweet spot,
Yeah. That's
man.
that's a good
Especially that's how Amazon works.
that's a good number.
Yeah,
Uh,
to think get 100 of those, man. That's gonna be wonderful. So I've got some book signings coming up.
okay.
So I'm throwing the net out there. A lot of things I'm doing with the book, but anytime I can get around and talk about this all the time, it's great. So I think I'll get a bunch reviews this week.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it moving, man.
Let me see. That's about the,
Yeah,
that,
that's the whole thing.
that's a thumbnail of how fabulous that doctor is. She is just Kurti Kamala. We call her K. We this is definitely. I've been listening to some of her little clips, video clips on Instagram, and man, I've been sharing them, and I think that she was a fabulous, fabulous guest. So, but I'll leave it. It's in the comment section, Marvin,
I
if you
got it.
need it. Um,
Got it.
and it even sounds great on was it Spotify had it, but the audio was awesome. I get to listen to that driving, and I was happy with it, very much so.
I should have my audio book before the end of the month out.
Nice,
Excited
nice.
about that.
The 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 audio book is man, it's I was listening to one just a couple of days ago, and I had to put it down because I only had a short period of time to listen to it.
Hmm.
But man, when I start my day with an audio book, I love it, and you know, just it's just amazing. Whoever started that and invented it, I hope you're a billionaire right now. You know, and
Yeah, I, I, my voice will probably be cloned.
Mm-hmm.
So on the audiobook. So I'm excited about that too. And you know, I can submit for a Grammy next year
Oh yeah,
with the audiobook, right?
yeah. It's hmm,
That's exciting. Someone told me
yeah.
about that
I
2 weeks
didn't.
ago. I was like,
Wow,
what?
that's interesting because I didn't know that. And it's good, well deserved, and we but you already got nominated for a Grammy anyways, as far as the music stuff, right? You and
Uh,
Kristen,
no,
wasn't that?
she was on the Grammy ballot.
Oh, well, all right.
Didn't make the nomination, but got on the ballot a bunch of times, 8 times.
Including the one you produced, right? You know.
Yeah, a couple of them I produced, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. All right.
But um, yeah, that was such a highlight along the way, man.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
man, I next year. Yeah, let's do it, man.
So
It's
we'll see what happens. I'm also I'm going to apply for a TED Talk too this week.
okay. Yeah, you gotta kind of educate me on that. I'm not too
So TED
familiar with
Talk
it.
people go on and they share their stories.
Yeah, nice. I see it all the time, but I just never really got into it.
And you know why I think that's a possibility? I'll say that and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
When I worked for Starbucks, I remember it had to be about 18 years ago. We were at this conference, and it was a conference about breaking a board. That means
Mm-hmm.
you're having breakthroughs in life.
Yeah.
And this guy was on the stage. He was jumping all around and really getting everybody fired up, right? And the HR director that I knew, amazing woman, man. She's like, what'd you think about this? This is great. He was talking a lot about breakthroughs in life. And she looked at me and said, you know what? I could see you doing it one day.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I looked behind me. I was like, is she talking about somebody else? It's like, I didn't believe it, but I opened myself up for all possibilities now, man.
Yeah.
That
You
would be a freaking amazing, man. You imagine that talking about this, and
mm-hmm.
so like I said, man, it's just getting started, man.
Yeah.
Excited.
So all right. So you want me to for the next couple of days until Sunday talk about well actually note what I did for someone or what made me feel
Just
good
think
or made
about
me
how have you
bad.
made an impact.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
it could
that.
be something little, man. It could be um, you saw a roach on the ground, you saved it.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be a
I'm gonna
spider, you moved out of the way so no one can crush it.
I'm
It could
gonna
be whistled at a bird and a bird. I mean, just the little things we can do. Imagine that. And then the smile part.
yeah,
Smile at people you haven't met before. Wow.
I'm gonna actually do that and I kinda I'm gonna use my phone as a little journal and
Yeah, imagine that. Maybe
whether
that's something we could start out next week and talk about it.
okay, perfect.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Um all right, my friend. We
Okay, brother.
I appreciate you. I'm very,
No
very
problem.
happy to be here with you. I appreciate everyone on Facebook, LinkedIn, and both YouTube channels. Sometimes you have to lose yourself, and the Really Charlie podcast channel. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the comments from our fabulous friends and family and supporters. I really, truly appreciate you guys. And we will be back here next Wednesday. You know, 6 o'clock Eastern time and 3 o'clock Pacific time. So join us and please share this podcast. If you're on Facebook, any of the pages on LinkedIn, you have the capability of making this podcast even better, well known than what it is, and just share it, and you never know. You want to make we Marvin talked about making people happy, through a smile. But share. You may you may help out someone's life just by listening to the words of Coach Marvin Speller. All right, man.
All right. Much love to everybody.
All right. Take care, and I will see you next week.
All right, brother. Thank you.
God bless.
Welcome to Sometimes You Have to Lose Yourself, a podcast where we explore the complexities of love, loss, and self-discovery. Join Charlie Perry and Marvin Speller when life's unexpected twists and turns come our way. It's easy to lose ourselves in the process, but what if losing ourselves is exactly what we need to find our true selves? Join us as we dive into the depths of human experience, sharing stories, insights, and conversations that will challenge, inspire, and maybe even help you find your way again. Sometimes you have to lose yourself. Let's get started.